Control. We go out every day at practice, try to get ourselves better. We don't have anything to do with what the other teams are doing. We go out on our Saturdays and we play our games, and we can't control what those other teams are doing and what the press says about us and who they think we are.
You guys dealt with some injuries the last couple weeks at the linebacker position, obviously with Joe being out for a couple weeks and Tanner last week. But have you guys been able to kind of have the next person, you included, just step in, and we really haven't seen a drop off?
We all prepare like we're going to get that spot on Saturdays, no matter who it is, from the top to the bottom. The biggest thing that the coaches do a great job of is keeping us all prepared, because football is a physical game. You never know what's going to happen. Anybody can go down at any moment. Doesn't matter who it is. Nobody's Superman out there. Everybody's susceptible. So it's the biggest thing for us is when your time comes to be ready and be able to fill your position and, like we always say, star in your role and take over the game as you need to.
How do you think you played Saturday, and what was it like being on the blue, getting your extended action out there?
I think I played all right. I was happy with how I played. Being my first start, I had a little bit of nerves coming in, but it's at the end of the day, it's football, and you got to think of it like it's the same thing as you've been playing since you were 7 years old. And being on the blue is incredible, especially getting my first start, being on the blue with the fans out there, and I had my family in the crowd. It was a great experience.
A little surreal for you, playing on the blue in front of over 36,000. You saying that the largest crowd before that was about 2,000?
Oh, completely surreal. Going through the smoke, running out of the tunnel, it's almost like I close my eyes and run through it. It's almost like waking up from a dream. Like you're running into a dream, really. Hearing the crowd, the Boise State chant. It's something that I always wanted something like that, but being from a small place, not a big football town, and playing junior college football, it's something that you dream of, but you're not sure if it'll actually ever come to fruition. And actually seeing it happen, it's been pretty cool.
Well, to do all to kind of fuel you moving forward too, to know that they're, obviously, like I said, you've come a long way in a short amount of time, but obviously it's got to fuel you too to kind of take advantage of the opportunity that you have here.
Yeah, for me, I just want to take advantage of every opportunity I get, whether it's one play a game, whether it's one kickoff. I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to go as hard as I can, trying to make a big play for the team. Every play you get is a chance to make a difference in the game and make a difference in overall for the season. And so for me, getting the extended playing time, it was great. But moving forward, that was last game. Got to prepare for next game, and whatever my role is, I'm going to take it. I'm going to star in it.
Curious, the process to getting to Boise State from JUCO. Could you kind of walk us through that, how that contact goes, and what allowed you to get here?
For me, it was actually pretty interesting. I had really no options. Being a little undersized for linebacker, schools would call and ask about me, and then they'd show up and they'd actually see me and wouldn't really be too interested in where they're saying I'm a little too skinny. But so at the end of the season, I really had no options, and so I decided I had some small school choices, but I always dreamed of playing somewhere bigger. So I decided I wanted to wait it out, and so I waited into the second semester of my second year. Still pretty quiet. I really had no options. And, I was actually pretty close to just hanging them up. I was going to go to school. I was kind of ready to just give up the dream a little bit. And there's a time when reality hits, and I kind of saw it coming. And then Coach Avalos gave me a phone call and said they had a position here for me to walk on. And it was a no-brainer for me. It was over after that. I was coming to Boise State.
What did it mean to you to get the scholarship when you did? It's going back probably it had been at least 10 years. A guy got a scholarship so quickly after arriving here. What did that mean to you to be able to get one? After less than a month here.
It's an honor, but the biggest thing about it was for me is I wasn't making football and being here about the money. I was here because I wanted to play football here, and I knew that since I was here, there's student loans, there's financial aid. I was going to be able to make it happen. I just wanted to get the opportunity to play football, especially coming from where I came from in my journey. And, I was just grateful to, have a jersey to put on, some cleats, and be able to wear a football helmet again. And so getting that scholarship, it was a relief, but like I said, it was never about the money for me. And, it's cool and it makes my life easier, but I'm still playing football, and that's what I'm most happy about.
So what would you have done then? You mentioned you almost would have hung it up. So what would you be doing now if you weren't playing football?
Man, I'd probably be at University of Nevada, back home, going to school, working for my dad, trying to see what my next move was. I don't know. Thankfully, I didn't have to make that decision.
What does your dad do?
He's a painting contractor.
Okay.
So when you got the call from Coach Avalos, did you know who he was? Had you already been kind of talking to him before, or was that kind of like just out of the blue?
It was kind of out of the blue. Well, actually, I was recruited by Coach Franklin while he was at UTEP, and due to some circumstances, I wasn't able to actually take the opportunity and go there. So that's what led to me staying for the second semester. So I found out he got a job here, and I was like, maybe you never know what might happen. He might contact me. You never know. So I guess he threw my name in there, but as of Coach Avalos, I really didn't even know who he was, he contacted me and said, hey, you might give me a phone call. Liked your film, heard some good things, and gave him a call, and it was over after that.